Core competencies to me would mean the basic, common, shared skills and knowledge base that's required to achieve a certain goal.
Well, I think the core competencies of public health are something that we've worked very hard on in Canada, and I see them as a critical element of defining what our roles are in public health. They help to define the practice of public health practitioners, and they help to provide some standards for the work that we do in the country.
The core competencies have generated a lot of interest, and people look at the core competencies when they're thinking of improving the performance of public health and its workforce. So I think they're relevant to the entire practice of public health, particularly with respect to population level interventions. And that includes, of course, health equity.
Core competencies are important for public health because public health is such a diverse field, and there are just so many complexities and different parts of practice, different types of interventions that really without some basic core competencies, it is really hard to standardize a minimum and effective practice.
The skills that I think are important, I think collaboration skills, negotiation skills. So public health practitioners need to be able to work in a collaborative way with other practitioners in the system, with people who work in other sectors, and most importantly, people in communities. So working in a collaborative way, establishing partnerships is very important. I think that the three enabling, advocating, and mediating, which are the strategies from the Ottawa Charter on Health Promotion, are absolutely essential for public health practitioners. So those relate specifically to the core competencies in public health. The advocacy competencies are very important. At the same time, there's a lot of challenges in developing and enacting those skills because public health practitioners work within systems, they have employers, and sometimes an advocacy agenda in public health might not fit exactly with their employers' directions, and so that takes some skill to be able to maneuver between the needs of their employers and the settings in which they work and the needs of the communities that they are working with and advocating for.
Public health professionals need to really understand the concepts behind public health well, be able to articulate them in ways that are sticky. In other words, when we come up with complex concepts in public health, you need to be able to put your ideas and your concepts into language that people will remember for a long time and bring to other discussions and make that an infectious idea. So one of the core competency skills for any public health person is the ability to speak clearly, the ability to have people understand concepts clearly, the ability to work as a team, but also the ability to have vision and lead a group with vision.
In Peel Region, for example, we have put a tremendous amount of effort into evidence-informed decision-making, which reflects a core competency. And then we will be moving on to what we call the culture of numeracy, which takes in, again, a lot of the basic public health science and the surveillance and health status assessment core competencies. Just doing those takes a great deal of effort, and I think you have to work through them in a stepwise fashion. We've approached several academic institutions, and we've always been received with open arms. So a lot of academics can help in addressing the core competencies, and they're willing to do so. I think all you have to do is to ask. Of course, you also have to invest. You know, it may take investment in certain key staff members who are devoted to staff development. There's an investment in terms of taking your staff off their regular work sometimes, sending them away on courses or doing courses in-house. These are not cost-free, but if you're serious about practicing modern public health, as indicated by those core competencies, then you simply have to make the investment. This will not come without effort.
Yeah, I think they are a promising practice. I mean, it's a way really not only within the health disciplines themselves to identify what it is that we need for really good public health practice and for the work of public health practitioners, but they're also something that help us define to others what public health is all about. So, you know, part of public health's challenge is always that it tends to be rather invisible in the community. So I guess my hope with organizations looking at core competencies is to make sure that they continue to be forward-thinking in that approach and not tied back to an understanding of the core competencies, which was the best we could do at the time. But I think we have to keep asking ourselves, really, what does this look like, and what is it that we're aspiring to do? And if in the end, through training on core competencies and looking at their application, we're no further ahead in terms of inequities in health status, then we haven't achieved our aim. And that's really the end result that we have to keep our eye on.